Okay, you haven't really explained much about your pilgrimage, so please
I
elaborate.
want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Shouldn't they always accept it? Because they're sending you to find stuff. Right? So, the fuck? Well, then again, it's not like if I tell you to find something valuable and you bring a rock. It's like, the fuck am I gonna do with a rock? I said valuable, not a fucking rock. The fuck?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Also, another thing, they're sending you alone. Doesn't that sound dangerous? I mean, don't they train you and stuff?
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla.
Oh,
and
okay.
given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I imagine you bring a rock. It's like, this is what I've been searching for so many years. Here, Captain. If I was the captain, I would just look at him with the most meanest look, like, are you fucking serious? Get the fuck off my ship. Oh man, I can see it right now too. That looks so funny. Alright, let's change topics.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Okay, tell me more about the Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Then, can you please tell me more? Because I really don't know about the Geth.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
So, you made it self-aware. Do you not watch enough movies that teaches you not to make robots self-aware?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Again, you made them self-aware. How stupid are you people?
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Again, you made them self-aware. Why did they turn on you? Really? This is a dumb question. I mean, it's like, for example, let's say if somebody were to make me and do manual labor, and I all of a sudden became self-aware. You do realize that self-aware also leads to, well, I'm not sure, emotions, self-thinking, thinking logically, and all that other stuff. If I think doing manual labor is completely unnecessary, and this is all I do, obviously I'm not going to do it. And if I don't do it, you're going to probably try killing me. And as logic states, if I want to survive, I'm probably going to have to defend myself by killing you because you're killing me. So, obviously, I'm going to turn on you because I find doing manual labor not good. So, saying this question right here, why did they turn on you, is probably a stupid question. So, I'm going to have to go with this.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Again, this is a stupid question. You know what? I'm just gonna go with left.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a dumb question, really. But I can see why they're panicking, because it's like, oh my god! We just created a robot that's self-aware! This might cause problems or havoc or stuff. Now he can't do what I want him to do, because now he's thinking about stuff. But what happened next, actually?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Because they were defending themselves. I mean, if the government, our government, were to say, destroy everybody in the United States, except for people who work in the government, I am pretty sure us civilians are going to defend ourselves. Because we don't want to die.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
Yeah.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Technically, it serves you right, because you were trying to destroy them. And apparently, you tell us that it was to prevent a war before it started. You're the ones that started the war. Seriously. And you got your asses whooped. Damn, how humiliating that is. Not to mention, they kicked you out of your own homeworld. Oh my god, that's humiliating. Damn.
You got what you deserved.
That's true.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them.
Lies.
If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone. Maybe they're cut off from the rest of the galaxy because they want to find a purpose. Because you guys did not provide them a purpose. Oh my god.
They didn't kill Saren.
What
Yeah.
does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Or maybe he's just controlling them. Because, as you said, they are synthetic. And they can eat... And let's be honest, when it comes to robots, you can easily control them depending on the device that you're using on them. Have you ever thought about that? No, you just went full-on, Geth is evil type of thing.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the Migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like, what exactly?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
I don't know. They might make a few exceptions. You never know.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
Oh, I see. So you're technically democratic. Okay.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Damn. I see. So, I guess
I should go.
goodbye.
See you later.